This is News Review. Thank you for being there. Coming up on the show today, the Fatu Network travels to Basse to speak to the family of Samba Juma, whom President Adama Barrow over the weekend named the Basse Bridge. President Barrow also today presented 25 ambulances to the Minister of Health as part of the 80 Community Ambulance Program. There's been the signing ceremony of the VIP lounge that is supposed to be built at the airport as part of the OIC preparations there. We have that also for you. But today my guest will be Modou Mbowe, member of the No Alliance Movement. He will be my guest today. So the No Alliance Movement breakaway faction of the APRC will have a meeting in Kanilai tomorrow where, it is being said that former President Yahya Jammeh will speak at. So Mr. Mbowe will join me later on the show. Before we get into all of that, let's see quickly what the newspapers are reporting on today. I will begin with the Standard newspaper. Their lead story today is saying court remands Fisheries PS. Dr. Bamba Banja, permanent secretary at the Ministry of Fisheries and Water Resources, was yesterday afternoon arraigned at the Banjul High Court, charged with 3 counts of economic crime and ordered him remanded in prison. Appearing before Justice Babatunde Bakre, Dr. Banja denied the charges preferred against him. Justice Bakre then adjourned the matter to Friday, 15th October, for the court to hear the bail application for Dr. Banja. Although the particulars of offense of the economic crimes slammed against him were not made available to our reporter, that is the Standard reporter there, Dr. Banja's current legal woes are believed to be related to alleged solicitation and receipt of bribes from a Chinese investor. The scope was investigated by the online investigative journal Malagan, which led to the interdiction of Dr. Banja a year to the month. Let's see. Dabo accuses government of refusing to disclose lifting crude oil from Nigeria. UDP leader Usainu Dabo has accused the Gambia government of surreptitiously receiving crude oil from Nigeria. The Gambia High Commissioner, however, told the Standard that he has denied knowledge of any lifting of crude oil by the Gambia from Nigeria. A petroleum minister also told the Standard that his office was not aware of a deal between the Gambia government and Nigeria for the supply of crude oil. Away from the Standard, let's see the point. The point today is reporting that over 500 NPP youth defect to UDP in Central River region, saying more than 500 youth in Central River region over the weekend defected from the National People's Party to United Democratic Party. The defected youth are from Jengi Wolof, Chamen Nyanija, Jahur, Jimbala, Simbara Maka, and other villages. They were escorted to UDP leader Usainu Dabo from Balangar to Kauru, where the party held a mega rally with thousands of supporters. That is what the point is reporting on today. So we'll leave it at that for the newspapers. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, the community ambulance program of the Gambia government is coming along with speed as President Adama Barrow has presented ambulances, this time 25, to the Ministry of Health. This presentation was held today in Banjul, as Matisengor reports.
President Barrow today presented 25 ambulances out of 80 ambulances the government procured. The ambulances were given to the Ministry of Health as the second batch of community ambulances. The president says these ambulances will go a long way in helping the people in their communities.
The communities, we want them to be close to the health facilities or help them to access health facilities. I think this is very, very important. It's an innovative idea. I don't think you can find it anywhere, maybe in Africa. And this is the first time in the history of the Gambia that we are doing such a thing in this country. These ambulances will help the people. It will facilitate them to go to the health facilities. Because if somebody is sick, the person needs help. And I think these ambulances will help the communities. We thank the minister, we thank the ministry, and we thank everybody for the support. Because I cannot do it alone. They said it's not the president only who developed the country. It's the president and the people that develop the country. And I think it's very important so that we work as a team. And I think the health sector, they are working as a team to support the minister. Without their support, we would not have got 80 ambulances in the Gambia to support our communities. We received earlier 20. We distributed the 20. Symbolically, we went around the country to distribute the other ambulances, but physically, at that time, we don't receive some of them. Now, they are on the ground, about 25 of them. We will immediately distribute it to the beneficiaries because it is meant for them.
Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmad Lamin Samate, applauded the gesture.
Now, these ambulances are coming in batches. We had received 20 before, and today we are receiving 25. And the remaining 35 are on their way coming. It is very important at this juncture to thank UNOPS for facilitating the process. But it's also very important to emphasize that this has been funded 100% by the government of the Gambia. UNOPS facilitated the procurement. It's a procurement agency that did the procurement of quality ambulances for us. With them, we were able to get quality and timely delivery, and that is why we went for them. But the funding is by the government of the Gambia. We want to clarify that. Now, you are all aware the challenges our pregnant women go through, our sick children go through, especially when they are in the provinces. There is no doubt. Nobody should fool anybody that these ambulances are not useful. Probably the people who do not have challenges in going to hospitals can think that way. But that poor woman in a village that has no vehicle and she has to get to a health facility on a donkey cart will certainly appreciate this gesture by His Excellency.
In another development, President Barrow presented 2 minibuses to the School of Enrolled Nurses in Bansang. This is what the students have for the President.
The redeemer of a nation state and savior of a generation, messiah of the African continent and the voice to the voiceless leaders. Infinite is your wisdom, unbound is your generosity, magnanimous is your patience, and unparalleled is your love for humanity. Mr. President, you are the sword of justice, the light of passage in a world full of darkness, a beacon of hope for the future generation, the sunshine of our nation, and the architect of our destiny. Mr. President, you are our savior and redeemer, the man of the people, voted by the people, and installed by the people. You are the Gambia, and the Gambia is you, because you make the impossible possible and keep our dreams alive forever. When others only say President Barrow, I say Africa Kamforoya Mansa. Musolu Fasa la Mansa. Tilingonati la Mansa. Londo Yiriwa la Mansa. Yiriwani Fanko Nati la Mansa. Lampul Malala Mansa. You are the best among all sons of the land. Jerejef President Barrow. Abaraka Mr. President. Jarama His Excellency. Thank you, His Excellency President Adama Barrow.
The community ambulances are being stationed in communities to convey citizens to hospitals whenever they are sick and need medical attention. Health Minister Dr. Samati noted that upgrading the current health facilities, procuring life-saving materials, Procuring essential medication and building new health facilities is the priority of the president to make sure the country has excellent nurses to provide care for the people of this country. TFN News Review, Mati Senghor.
Now, welcome back. So, President Adama Barrow over the weekend named the Basse Bridge after a man, a Kenu man, who made a name for himself by providing free transportation, river transportation for students and pregnant women way back in the 70s and the 80s. So, the Fatu Network traveled to Basse to speak to the family of this man who died in 1984. More in this.
Samba Juma is a native of Kerawan Badala in the Upper River region who spent his entire life at the riverbank helping people, especially school children and pregnant women, by providing them with free river transportation for many years. He also worked for a company that was stationed at the riverbank as a security guard where he earned a salary of $7.50 budut per month. Speaking to the Fatu Network, Modou Mbowe, the alcalde of Kerawan Badala, who is Samba's grandson, described him as a hard-working, generous and dedicated man who play a significant role in the community serving humanity. Samba's work at the riverbank has been remembered by many people in the community even after years of his demise, including those who never saw him but heard of his history.
Oiwi sabu sire kutong o iwri gine ari sabu sire ari ko dana mayo pamanal o jodi dana mayo ko don himo golla na company watchman yagal himo golla ko mayo o woni don kala lumbo wana debbo wana gorko wana cukalu wana mawdo kanko woni lumbinowo don a jogi kalisi ala kalisi ko kanko woni lumbinowo don nawnobe nawna e ga yaha tawa feri ala on tama hari feri haygo feri ko podetedo ko do wawata dum so kanko a yaha noddama ta yehi danama a loki Samba Juma immoto jetta bara aranama wana ya yoba mu haytus.
He transport people from Basse to Kerawan Badala and from Kerawan Badala back to Basse throughout his life. Samba Juma has been described as a generous man whose work at the riverside has saved many lives. The inauguration of the Basse Bridge, which is named after him, has brought joy to his entire family, as they say the bridge will serve as a memorial place for their late father in recognition of his hard work at the river. The village alcalde expressed his profound gratitude to President Adama Barrow for what he described as development to their doorsteps. For Alcalde Jallow, many years have passed and the village was never remembered in terms of development, but President Adama Barrow has made them proud.
Barrow itti dum halabi umojinani men dum ha moji menen kay ko meden yetti Allah meden yetti Barrow Samba Juma family makko ko menen woni family makko kono ciona hono no Barrow yaltitiri ni kombo ke ya Samba Juma ay goto ala goddum ala hay ko wala wi mami o ala men arti ko sare do men halani be mo kala no welti because men andi Barrow ko wana nde sare haytus men ala men wana hay lampo men ala hay pompe men ala kono Barrow ala ko wadi sona jettugol inde on wada o sala men kamen weltani Allah men weltani Barrow.
The village alcalde also told the Fatu Network that President Adama Barrow was among the people who benefited directly from Samba's kind deed in many years.
Kono ay Barrow, ay President Barrow, kanko woni andi tatame moƴƴa. Kono menen andi President Barrow de. President Barrow aray do ledde, tenugol ledde. President Barrow aray do solom. President Barrow aray do ittugol jalang. Dow. President Barrow wadi dum fop o wadi do te dum fop so ari ko o Samba Juma lumbintamo.
Mariama Kamara, the village alcalde's wife, told the Fatu Network that Samba's history cannot be narrated in a day as he was a hard-working man. However, she has an appeal to the government.
Ming atita sukabe ko bar ko mayo ba bene min lumbini wo kul men nyamata men anda Jesus ka ko sukabe amen be luni sibe addi dépenser amen ko don e wata
This is the hothouse where Samba's family used to live when he was alive. But according to the family, Samba can only come to the house when he has some money for the family. The next village we visited was Nyakoy Kirawan, where we spoke to Bandin Jaune, whose father also worked with Samba Juma, and he has this to say.
Ba Samba Juma la nga dolong ala kotole ma belon de mobika mola ko belong bari ka dolong ala kotole ha because after the independent in safono unte nya fanuta wolle kono ba Samba Juma anintol fama lebe nyum badala kanjura jawne de fama be do ko la compagne membe basse badala de fama be do ko la je aka baraja ke nyum badala ha baro wato la bammay nyum may fati men jenti yato la keba men o fana be bada nyin na jele ha Hamadi Dibas afana be bada nyin na jele mamandim fati atele marta ferio la ko la wotuma atele on ferio nyaton kote ha ibebe nyoka nyum badala ibe mo kendolati e do ila kanunte yani la kamnyo ya diata ndela nya ko be farin jende tap badala e ka baraja ke jele subante nyamba wotuma ngammel long naddin akono nya ko e jang mobi ka barajo jang anim basse badala wotuma jang mobi ka barajo.
Banding also spoke on the relationship that existed between Samba Juma and his father.
Ngalong Samba Juma mo sone arimba ha ndela dindi akono anim famal ila pol bebe nyokan orma fani baraja ke nin komi nimmo ata do mo kilin ka e kata wotendi nimmo nata modo fana weta wotendi bire baabe je ni nata ko do men sote ka be ke dulakile wurato ni jensana ya ibe kafu ya tala.
Back at the river where Samba worked for decades, we spoke to Aliso, a canoe driver who said he has never seen Samba but heard of his history from credible people in the society.
Kebalu ikamem fonye andun la pana meya fonye wote nukunam andun flanjam fo akoji wota mo nyimbara jang so den bara sabale be jang so bari atela doko atele bambanta doko lo so jama atele ka motendi jang suto mo jama jikita atela andun atele mujang kebati wota mo andun atele fana ni ko nyine be kala atele be jang kebati andu atele be doko la.
This is the company where Samba worked as a security guard for decades. From all the sources we spoke to, Samba Juma lived his entire life at the river helping people without asking anything in return. Reporting for the Fatu Network, I am Dauda Balde.
Imagine owning a home or service plot, enjoying the sunrise and sunset from a beautiful garden, morning hugs and beautiful moments with your loved ones, the never-ending stories, beautiful memories that will last a lifetime, making and sharing great moments with family and friends. You can turn this into a reality. All you need is a tough home.
Welcome back. I am now joined by Modou Mbowe, a member of the Breakaway No Alliance APRC movement. They will hold a meeting in Kanilai tomorrow. Really, this group has been fighting really hard against the mainstream APRC's decision to align with NPP. Mr. Mbowe, thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you very much, Lamin, for having me. It's a pleasure.
Why have you decided to wage this war on your executive and the mainstream APRC?
Well, I mean, for a starter, I would like to make a point of correction. We are not breakaways.
Yes.
We are still APRC.
Yes.
Our executive broke away.
By law, it is the executive that is recognized.
No, Lamin.
Yes.
Never mind the executive is recognized, but the executive.
That's what the law. That's what the law recognizes.
But Lamin, can you just hear me out? Just
go ahead. Go ahead.
You invited me.
Go ahead.
Do you want to listen to me, or do you want me to listen to you?
Of course, I want to listen to you.
All right. Thank you very much. What I'm saying is, we are not a breakaway. We are staying put as we were, APRC. It is the breakaway NEC that went and have a matrimony with NPP.
So they broke away?
Of course.
Not you?
Of course, not us.
Okay.
We stayed APRC.
Yeah.
There is nothing attached to now.
Yeah.
They just say no to the alliance because it is a dodgy one.
It's a dodgy one?
Very dodgy.
I mean, why do you say that?
Well, have you seen the agreement, the MOU? Have you seen it? I'm asking you a question.
Have you seen it?
No. Nobody have seen it. Nobody. There's not even a single soul who saw that.
But your leaders talk to you about
Come
it.
on,
Why are you
Larry,
not satisfied by
Larry,
that?
No. We don't do things like that. You don't do things like in an enterprise like a party.
How do you go about it?
Well,
Can you tell us that?
You have to be transparent. You have to put things on the table to tell us X, Y, and Z. This is what we are going to sign. There was a consultative talk. There should have been, at least a show of, what was to be agreed on, what was to be signed. How can I just bring a paper to you right now and say, Lamin, sign here, and you signed it? No. At least you will go through the paper and find out exactly what is on the paper to be signed, so that you will sign it. And if you are representing an organization as big as APRC, with more than 280,000 voters, registered voters, honestly, you have to be transparent. You have to come out and say, listen, these are our conditions, because we are the biggest party, and NPP is less than 5,000 people. They are newly born from January.
You are saying NPP less than 4,000 people?
Well,
have you done any independent check?
NPP never brought Barrow to the government. It was a coalition in 2016 that brought him into government. He broke away from the UDP.
As you are breaking away from APRC.
No, we never broke away. We're still there. We're still where we are.
Okay,
I mean,
now
you have to refrain from saying that.
Yes, but you are accusing the other side,
No, I'm not accusing.
national
I'm saying,
executive of breaking away.
No, I'm saying
that's what you said.
Broke away with UDP. That's the fact.
But you are also saying that the national executive of the APRC is the...
Why they broke away? They broke away. They went and joined NPP when they don't need to do it. They don't need to.
Now, in terms of the APRC support base, who has the larger backing in terms of the supporters? The NAM, No Alliance Movement, or the executive?
I just don't want to spoil your excitement. I will come to Kanilai tomorrow, or send a reporter to Kanilai tomorrow for you for the answer to that question. You will be very surprised.
So you have the...
95% of APRC, they say no to the alliance. Of course. We have never gone anywhere. We stay put. Why President Jammeh put us? He said no to the alliance. And
you have always claimed to have spoken to President Jammeh. You speak with him, and that's what you would claim. And you have others who say he's not telling the truth. The president doesn't speak to Pamodu.
Why would I lie? Why would I lie?
But when was the last time you spoke with him? When was the last time that you spoke with him?
I spoke to him about 6 weeks ago.
What did he say about this arrangement, this marriage?
Exactly what he sent me to do in CRR.
What was it? What was it? Can you tell us that?
Maybe you didn't follow your network, because I had an interview.
Can you tell us that? Refresh our memory. You are telling the viewers, not me.
I'm telling you. You're asking me because you are the last one.
But
your viewers,
yes.
Your viewers knew.
Yes.
You are the only one who doesn't know.
What did the Jammeh tell you?
Well, we had a series of conversations. We spoke about an hour and a half. We talked about so many things that I personally did during his reign, from God knows when, 2006, 2002, 2009, when you have the Thank You Mr. President march that we did from KMC to Banjul. We spoke about a lot of things, and the things that we said during the campaign 2016. We had this tete-a-tete, me and him, in front of the 12-man squad. We came from the diaspora to come and join the campaign trail and vote as well. We talked about all those things, but at the very material time, there was a crisis in CRR, which the current breakaway NAC caused in CRR. So he wanted me to go and fix it, because he knows that I can fix it. I can fix anything that goes wrong, because I am that straightforward guy. I don't mock a bit about the bush. I'm just as honest can be. He knows that. So he sent me to CRR. He said for me to go to CRR to buy a basket of kola nut, $9,000, the full basket, and go to the 11 constituencies of the region to extend his message of peace, for them to stay as APRC and not to go into any coalition with NPP. That was the last message.
That was the last message.
That was the last message.
But what was it that he said regarding the NPP APRC
That's what
alliance?
I'm saying. He said no coalition with NPP.
Why did he say? Did he explain why he is?
APRC, because we are the biggest party. We are the most disciplined party.
The Jammeh said all of that.
Of course. Well, even Lamin, you know that yourself. You know that.
No, I just want to understand, because look, there hasn't been much in terms of solid answers, in terms of what Jammeh makes of this. You ask the APRC executive, what they tell you is that Jammeh endorses this. That is what they tell you. But your side is all the time countering that. You are dismissing that, saying that is not true.
There are two members of the national executive, Abdou Jaju, and Bakary Saibo Sane. They broke away from they said no, they are not part of the NEC.
But this is just 2 out of close to 50 NEC members.
Those people, they are in the Kabudu. They have been enjoying Barrow's money. They have been, taking his car.
Do you have evidence for that?
Of course.
That the president is giving them money?
They just gave them. They just gave them 25 ram to Baskigon.
That's rams.
That's what?
I'm talking about money. That's rams. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about money.
Lamin, even if you don't go to Mauritania, like the Wolof says, you know that 8 o'clock they will put the bowl there for dinner.
So this is what I want to understand. No single person owns a party, right?
No.
Is that a fact?
Absolutely.
Now, why is it that the APRC cannot move on with their lives without Jammeh?
How do you mean we cannot move on with our lives?
Because it would appear that you are waiting for fatwa. You are waiting for this divine message from the supreme leader.
No, it's not divine or anything. Don't call it divine or anything, Lamin.
Yes.
You have the same problem. You have the same problem trusting me.
Yes.
For Jammeh to speak to me.
Yes. No, I am not. I'm just throwing what the other side is saying. Yes. I'm just throwing them at you. It's not for me to believe or not to believe.
For Jammeh to speak now, we'll make the clarification.
So Jammeh will speak tomorrow.
Of course, he is going to speak. He's going to speak to everybody.
Let's get that clear. Who did Jammeh speak to say that he will speak tomorrow?
Jerending Sayang.
Did he show you proof?
No, he doesn't need to show me proof. Jerending is not a liar.
So what did Jerending say?
Well, obviously, President Jammeh requested for his number. We gave him his number, Jerending's number.
Who gave him his
number? Come on, listen. Come on, man. Listen.
Let's get it all clear.
Don't worry about that. Tomorrow, everything will be as clear as, the white shirt that you wear.
So what is he going to say?
I don't know. I wish I do. Then I would have dropped it to you like it's hot. But I will not spoil it for
nobody
in
the the leadership of the NAM, no alliance movement, know what Jammeh is going to talk about tomorrow.
Well, maybe some do, but I don't want to spoil the party. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Let them go to.
But you are talking about transparency, so you should also be transparent.
My brother, 15 bulls.
That is what you've bought.
They're already there to be slaughtered for tomorrow and Saturday. And there is more coming.
How many people are going to be there?
Brother, the whole entire country. APRC. The whole entire country, because that's whom Jammeh invited. The whole country. URR, CRR, North Bank, the whole entire country.
Now,
they're going to converge.
Now, what is the one problem that you have with this whole alliance? Because what you do is you go to communities, try to confuse them, tell APRC supporters, tell them
confuse
no. How? What you do is you tell them that, okay, the supreme leader did not endorse this, or the executive, they betrayed us by doing this without consulting us. This is what you tell them, right?
Is it?
This is what you tell them.
Is it? Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm asking you.
Oh no, you're not asking. That's not a question.
I'm asking you.
No, you should come up with
a question. I said this is what you tell them.
No,
that is the question.
That is not a question. You are saying this is what you tell them. You are telling me that this is what. Allow me rephrase and ask a question. Come on.
Okay now.
Ask a question.
Okay now. I have seen your members stand at platforms at your meeting and tell your supporters that the executive betrayed us. What they did, Jammeh never sanctioned this.
You heard that?
Yes.
Now what is your question?
The question is, why are you so much against this coalition?
Listen, there is, even common sense will not dictate that. Common sense. Somebody who is sensible enough will not even allow a party, 27 years party, to just come and surrender to a party that is less than 5,000 people.
Do you call
for what? When in the
why,
history?
why are you calling it surrendering?
Hold on,
it's an alliance.
Can you just hold on?
Okay, go on.
Can you just hold on, please? Where do you see an incumbent going into a coalition?
It has happened everywhere.
When?
Macky Sall
Give me
did
an
it.
example. When?
Macky Sall did it.
When?
Well, the affair,
When?
Macky Sall did it.
No,
Affair.
that was the second round.
Yes, but it's a coalition. Coalition is a coalition. You cannot say it's not a coalition.
No. That is a second round.
But it's a coalition. A coalition.
No, I'm talking about going into an election to have a coalition. That is none. It doesn't exist. You talk about second round? Yes.
Everywhere.
No. Second round, yes. Second round, yes.
But what is the
I
difference?
saw coalition.
But what is the difference between second round and first round? What is the difference? When it comes to political marriage,
second is the difference. The difference is first and second. When you say second, it's always after first, right?
Yes.
When you say second, it's after first. That's the difference.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the difference.
So
second is always after first. That is the difference, Lamin. Next question.
Do you know? I mean, because what I know, because this executive was elected through a Congress.
No.
Where party.
No.
What?
It wasn't.
What do you mean?
It wasn't.
I was at that Congress. You are telling
wasn't.
me it wasn't.
It wasn't.
I was at that Congress when all these people were elected by the membership
who?
of the
No.
APRC.
No.
The Buyam.
No.
Is it Buyam? Buyam. Is it Buyam?
Are you for real, Lamin?
Buyam.
Are you really sure?
Yes. Yes, I was there.
Who was elected?
Fabakary was returned.
What?
Rambo was returned. Returned as interim leader. Rambo was returned as interim leader. The membership of the party. Who put them there?
No. President Jammeh made him the interim party leader.
But a Congress was held where...
No, it was not the Congress that made him the party leader. It was President Jammeh who did. As a matter of fact, it was changed. Remember the case of Emeba? That was not Congress too. It was President Jammeh who did.
What was MA's role in the party? When he was brought into the party. MA did not hold any executive position.
No,
he didn't hold any.
That's what I'm saying. But the President Jammeh wants him to be the leader of the party at the time. MA declined that because MA is not a politician. He was the final minister of Interior when Jammeh was leaving the country. He had to escort him to the plane to leave to Equatorial Guinea.
But do you realize it is only a Congress that can take the powers of these executives?
No, but listen to me, man. You are always cutting my answers. I'm sorry, the viewers right now, they are not happy with you.
No, they are.
No, they're not happy with you.
Because I have to interject when you are veering off.
No, I'm not veering off. I'm answering the question. I was talking about MA. You asked me about MA. I was talking about
it. Because MA is not the question that I asked.
What was the question?
The question was, MA was never... No, that was in fact not the question. The question was, this executive was put in office through a Congress.
No.
You are saying
they
were appointed.
Yes.
So all these over 50 executive officials were all...
I swear by Allah, they were
that
all
never happened.
Boy.
I was at that Congress. But we can move on.
Give me a name. Give me a name of a person who was appointed. He was elected at that Congress in Guam.
They were all unanimously elected.
Come on, my brother, listen to me. They were already given the position. They were already appointed.
But Congress
endorsed. When the Congress came, we were not there to be selecting, or they never surrendered their positions for the positions to be filled.
The positions were announced, and the members who attend, the delegates who attended the Congress endorsed. If they call your name and you are a holder of an executive role, they'll call your name, and the delegates would say, okay, we endorse Modou to remain as our interim, this and that. This is what happened.
As the interim.
So that is Congress.
Yes. Well, okay.
That is Congress.
Okay, now
that's what I'm telling you.
What is the question around that?
The question is, you don't have any power to take the authority that they have.
What authority?
The authority of making decisions on behalf of this party. It is only the delegates, the members at a Congress that can do that. That's what I'm saying. The No Alliance movement do not have that.
What do you mean? We are the party, the executive, whoever they are, whatever their positions are, they only have one vote, just like me and you, than anybody else. Why did they go on consultative tour? Why? just to consult with us,
Yes.
to find out whether we are in conformity with them, we are in alignment with them, and we were not. It started from Marakisa, and that was the disaster. That's where they knew quite well that the people are not with them on this. So the consultative, they didn't go everywhere like they're supposed to. They never agree to when we confronted them, offline, like during our group chats and stuff, because we have our WhatsApp groups, which all of them are in the executive. They denied it. They denied it raw. That there is no alliance, there's nothing like that. All of a sudden, they now want to shove NPP, APRC alliance in our throats. Now, listen to me. We are saying no. We said no for very numerous reasons. Numerous.
I have also seen this. This claim was also peddled by your members when the President Barrow visited Kanilai. Some of your members and met the family of the former president. Some of your members were saying the former president called and was very angry that the president accepted the president's gesture.
That was not the case. That was not true.
How do you see that as the no
He did not even say that. The president was not angry on them. The president was warning Lantobong Tamba and this guy for using his name all the time in their deliberation, because he doesn't speak to them. So why would they use his name all the time? Anybody would do the same. You can do the same. You can say, "Power, stop talking about me."
So how do you see that? How do you see that?
See what?
The no alliance movement. How do you see the president's visit to Kanilai?
President Barrow?
But yes.
Hypocritical. Because, Aruna Jata died, the economy killed him, on a cold blood during broad daylight.
What has that got
to do? No, but just listen to me, my brother. Come on, man. Listen to me to answer you, Lamin. Otherwise, I'll put the mic and go,
Go on.
Come on.
Go on.
Aruna Jata was killed. Broad daylight, there was no call or visit to the family, or at least any kind of commission set, to make sure justice has been done. There are so many things. The militarization of Fonyi, the militarization of Jammeh's personal property, where he went to visit, which is all illegal. He never thought or did anything about it until the 11th hour, when there is an election is just a month away. You want to tell me that now you started to care? Come on, I mean, these are all propaganda. These are all propaganda.
So Jammeh speaking with all the problems Jammeh is living through. Jammeh speaking tomorrow. Do you think this is smart?
What problem is Jammeh going through?
Well, you've seen all the accusations that have been leveled against, even if they are not true.
Accusations.
You've seen all the accusations of human rights violations and abuses.
I don't take accusations.
I mean, people have been murdered in this country. People have massacred West African migrants, over 50. I mean, they've been killed in this country, and everything points to Jammeh. That has an international dimension. As Esafal would say, even if Jammeh escapes in Gambia,
but are you not a journalist?
He may not escape.
Are you not a journalist,
no,
Lamin? But if you are a journalist, Lamin, you should know that problem has been sorted out.
But
it has been sorted out long time ago.
Sorted out.
Taking
some money and
compensation, yes, because the current president was the finance minister at the time.
Yes,
he came here to the Gambia.
So are you telling me that is all over?
No, bring it to the courts.
That is what you are
saying. Bring it to the courts.
Okay,
and see if we care. We don't care.
The question is, do you think this is smart at all for Jammeh to speak? Do you think that this is okay? Because I think that this could bring attention if he should speak.
Attention to who?
To him.
Jammeh has always get attention. For 27 years, every day he's a headline. Jammeh has been center of attention from 27 years ago to date.
But those days he was powerful.
No, but no, he's not even.
He has the military,
that was just 22 years. That was 22 years. After the 22 years, there's still 5 years of everyday Jammeh. Everyday Jammeh.
But those days Jammeh was powerful.
Lamin,
he had the military and all of that.
Lamin,
so
from 2017 to date, Jammeh is not the president. He is not incumbent. Yes, he is a former president. But they're talking about him every day. Every day. So that's not new with Jammeh. And do you know what that's going to do? It's going to clear it out, whether you like it or not, because you are having problem, and people like you, they are having problem who Jammeh is talking to and who Jammeh is not talking to, as if there should be a restriction. Jammeh can speak to anybody he wants. He can speak to anybody.
He can even speak to me.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I would really like to know, Lamin, when do you start to care about APRC?
Me? No.
On your network.
Me caring about APRC is not very. For me, I'm a journalist.
Oh,
For me, I'm only a journalist. When it's time to report on something that has to do with APRC, I do. And that applies to all the parties.
All right.
Now, should Jammeh speak tomorrow? We are all of these things. We are just speculating. Should Jammeh speak tomorrow and say, because you are saying 95% of all the
I've been generous. I just don't want to say 98%.
Okay.
I'm just being generous.
Supporters are with you. Should Jammeh speak tomorrow and say, hey, look, and bash you and say, look, what you are doing is wrong. This is your executive. The decision they make, you should not question it. Go and work with them. Are you going to do that?
Lamin, I want you to invite me back again here, and you give me, I will take out my saliva. I'll put it on this table here, under the camera, and lick it again, if that happens.
So Jammeh is never going to say that?
Well, unless Jammeh is a hypocrite, because Jammeh spoke to me on my phone and sent me to CRR, 11 constituencies of the CRR. 4 or 5 days I was there with Abijata, a woman that I have never even met before. You understand what I'm saying? He gave us the directives to go and buy color nuts. $9,000 is my brother. Color nuts, bag of color nuts, $9,000 is. To be touring around CRR for nothing? I will come back here. Lamin, invite me again. I'm on camera. Which one? Please.
Anyone.
And I swear by Allah, call me back here again. I will throw my saliva and I'll lick it again on this table, if that happens.
So Jammeh is going to call tomorrow, and Jammeh is going to say, no alliance movement, bravo, job well done, continue what you are doing. You are the ones around the right.
Well, I'm not sure whether he's going to say it like that verbatim, but you will be surprised. You will be very surprised, and people like you, people who are thinking along your line, they will be very surprised.
So, I mean,
Jammeh have not been. He didn't speak to the runaway executive since December last year. So when did he tell them? When did he tell them? You heard the audio that hold on a second. You heard this audio that Rambo was speaking, that Rambo recorded, and he was speaking to President Jammeh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said no alliance because we are a decent party. We are the biggest party. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. When did Jammeh change his mind? Where is that audio? When Jammeh changed his mind to say, listen, go on a coalition. There's none. Nobody can provide that. I swear by Allah. Nobody can provide. And even Abdul Jaju, when they scheduled to go to Marrakech, Jammeh phoned Abdul Jaju and said, listen, I handpick you personally for you to be the national youth leader. I don't want you to go on that tour to go on that tour because I did not commission it. That's why Abdul Jaju broke away. He broke away with Bakari Saibo. Because they had the information from Jammeh. Otherwise, they would have been there because they were there until the Tobaski. They received a Tobaski ram from Barrow. They were in the executive at the time.
So are you confident that you will win this war?
I never fought a losing battle. I never, in my life, in my entire life, from when I was a child. Lamin, even if I
can tell you that you lost one.
Lamin, I can even battle
but I can tell
with
you
your
that
woman.
You lost one.
I swear to God, none. How?
I am saying that you lost one.
How? Tell me
you
now.
You were in Jammeh's government in the dying days. You were an observer. You lost. Jammeh
No.
Jammeh lost power. That's a losing battle.
No. Listen to me. I was not in observer at the time.
Yes.
I was.
You had already left.
No. I was not even there yet. I was there on the 19th of December.
Yes.
I tell you, I can put my hand on the Quran.
Jammeh was still there.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me. I can put my hand on the Quran that this election, the previous election gone, 2016, that was the most rigged election Gambia has ever suffered.
How was that rigged?
That's another topic for another day.
IEC made a silly error, but
silly. Okay. What does the Constitution say about error?
No, but
let me know. Come on, listen. Well, ask your guys. They can bring me. They can bring us the Constitution. No. We are not deviating. You ask me a question. What does our Constitution say about error in our in any election?
But we are deviating.
We are not deviating. Lamin, no, we are not. Listen to me. Lamin, the reason why I said it is our Constitution said it gave two provisions. That is in the event that there is a mistake in any elections. It only gives two provisions. One, A is to recount, given the fact that, all the marbles, they are kept again. No, just hear me out. The second provision is just to re-election. And Jammeh was constitutionally right. Because when a mistake is declared, you are giving so much, next minute, after 5 days, no, you don't have this, you have that. This, that, everybody have a different number. Different from the initial result. Why, come on, it even happened.
In one of your meetings, I think this should be
my meetings.
In the no alliance movement meeting. I think this was
just
in
be
Kusamai.
careful. I'm not in all of them. Most of them
this
I
was
missed.
in Kusamai.
Kusamai. I wasn't there.
Kusamai. But your members say that the executive of the APRC call them rebels, and that you are happy with the rebel label. You are happy with to be called rebels.
Well, obviously, if they took their title of being a rebel took our party with to NPP, we were happy to receive it. It's their title. They are the ones that rebel. They took our party to NPP. We never asked them to do so. So if they want to take that uniform off and give it to us, so be it. We'll accept it.
I hope Jammeh will watch this, and I hope he finds this interview interesting. But then, in terms of APRC and the future, let's talk about that. Here's a party that was in power for 22
6 months.
Years. And a very powerful party, a rich party, super rich party at that. You lost election.
The party that makes the difference, Gambia, what it is today.
Yes. But then you lost power, and all of a sudden, you can see that the house starts collapsing. I mean, at some point, the APRC, at some point, even to get money was a problem. Resources.
Really?
Resources. Well, I have interviewed your spokesman, and they have said this: the issue of money was a problem. You all of a sudden became poor, and you cannot even. I mean, I have interviewed Durija, and he said that the reason why APRC is not contesting this election is because of paucity of resources, paucity of funds.
That's not true.
Funds.
That's not
now
true.
APRC has aligned with the NPP, but you are saying no. What does that tell? What does it mean in terms of the future of this party? Clearly, that is.
We are just saying that we are just showing them that they were not doing their job. They were embezzling every fund. I told you earlier on, just a minute ago, that President Jammeh did not speak to them since December 26 last year, and the reason being he was just asking for financial statement. Audit report, which is obviously right. He gave them $3.5 million for the National Assembly elections.
Yes.
They never put candidate in every constituency. No, they didn't do that. They chose Fonyi and few others, took the rest of the money. Where is the money for the Asobi that we were selling in all the rallies that we made? All the big mega rallies that we made in 2018, 2019. They were big, huge mega rallies. We sell Asobis, we sell T-shirts, right? The donations were coming left, right, and center. We needed motorcycle. People just buy tickets for $100. We raised 1.5 million just on that. Within ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We bought 8 motorcycles and take it around the regions for our mobilizers to be doing their job. Listen, the bad workman always quarrel with his tools. The one that has embezzling funds, and they accuse the government that they froze our account and stuff, which Fatou Lamin Faye came out and proved them wrong and said even the last $100,000 is Fabricator Mojata withdraw it. And he never come back and reboot that statement. Abdul Koli, the former finance minister, he said the same, backing Fatou Lamin Faye.
Now,
so obviously, these people were not having problem with money. These people were having problem eating our money. So now they want to hide behind President Barrow. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? For the simple reason that,
So your no alliance movement, it remains leaderless. I mean, at least you haven't publicly come out to say, this is our leader. If you don't have that, I mean, it would appear that you have people that you've mobilized who are speaking on behalf of the movement and all of that, but you haven't appointed a leader.
As of yet.
Yeah. Why have you not done that?
Well, simply it's because it's not about leadership. It's not about, we want to take anybody's position.
But any organization that doesn't have a leader.
Listen to this. We have a steering committee. The steering committee is steering the affairs of the movement.
But everybody cannot be a leader.
But listen, we have a steering committee.
Are you planning on turning that into a parallel
No,
executive?
we are not planning to do anything like that. We just want to stay APRC. You understand what I'm saying? Now, tomorrow our party leader is going to talk to the whole world, including us in Kanilai. Whatever he said, that's what we're going to do.
Whatever he says.
Whatever President Jammeh says, that's what we are going to do. Because our defiance is from him. He said to us, you should not go into coalition with it. Because why should we take our party to somebody who doesn't even have 5,000 men?
But why would one man's voice matter so much?
Because he is the leader.
But he doesn't
283,000 Gambians, registered voters, penned their signature for his leadership.
But he doesn't own the party.
No, did Jammeh ever say that?
But that is what it's looking like.
No, it's not looking like Jammeh. I asked you the question. Did you ever hear Jammeh saying that?
You, the supporters, are making it
no,
look like
we have a leader.
APRC.
We have a leader. Even the Congress that you went, he was still the leader. He was still the leader, even though he was not in the country. I'm telling you, in 2016, 283,000 penned their signature for his leadership. 283,000.
Yes.
Penned their signature. 208 was the final
That's the
that's
official.
not real,
That's
my
the
brother. That's
official.
not real.
That's the
Come on. That's
the official.
What? How about the initial report? The initial result. How about that one? That was the mistake.
That one was a mistake.
Oh, it's a mistake. Right. So mistake is allowed in elections.
Set aside. So tomorrow I will try.
Mistake is allowed in elections. Lamin, I just want to hear it from you, Lamin Jai at Fatu Network.
No, but you are not here to ask
mistakes
me
are allowed.
You are not here to ask me questions, and I'm not going to answer to any question that you pose to me because I'm the one asking you the questions.
Okay.
But let's see how this all goes.
I would really love to invite you, Lamin. Honestly, I would really love to drive with you, as a matter of fact,
tomorrow.
to drive you
Yes.
to Kanilai. Executive treatment, wallahi, with AC on, all the way to Kanilai.
How about my safety? Is my safety guaranteed?
Safety? Well, if I am safe, you are. You are always safe, Lamin. You are always safe.
PMM, thank you for coming.
Oh, Lamin, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure
coming
to Fatu Network.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're more than welcome. Thank you for having me.
We'll catch up some other time.
No problem. You got my number now. You know how to get me. I'm not shy away from the media. You know that.
Of course.
Especially this is my house, the Fatu Network.
You've worked in the media,
so
you appreciate our
and extend my salam to Fatu.
No problem. I'm
well,
sure she's watching.
Right.
She should be somewhere watching. But thank you for coming.
All right.
So
Cheers,
before we go, we have another story as the signing ceremony of the airport lounge by the Gambia government and Areski, the construction company that has been tapped or chosen to build this very massive project. The signing ceremony was held today at the OIC Conference Center there in Bijilo. More in this.
The signing ceremony comes a day after the government, through the OIC Secretariat, awarded the contract to construction giant Areski for the construction of a presidential lounge at the airport. The project will cost $9 million. Areski is a public works construction company that has been active in the Gambia for many years. The company is happy to have been trusted with this project.
We will continue to deliver even beyond expectation. We thank again the government of the Gambia for their confidence and trust in us. We will for sure, inshallah, complete the project as per project deadlines, terms, and contract duration, as well as the allocated budget.
The project is to build an ultra-modern presidential VVIP lounge at the Banjul International Airport. It is one of the strategic priorities of government in preparation for the forthcoming OIC Heads of State and Government Summit in Banjul in 2022. OIC Gambia Secretariat CEO Yankuba Diba says the launch is a key priority project.
This project is one of our key priority projects, and being one at the international airport, which is the gateway to the Gambia, it is one of the projects that we highly value. And I'm very, very much elated having listened to the Director General. He really assured us that both the consultants and the contractors are very known quantities in this country, with several decades of experience working on infrastructure and also in the consultancy business in the Gambia.
Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure by Lamin Job says he has confidence in Areski as he has worked with the company.
my confidence has been established forever on your company. But that doesn't mean that I am going to close my eyes. They will always be open. This is a very important project to this country, to the Gambia Civil Aviation. And I think once it's done, at least it elevates the status of our airport and our stock of infrastructure in this country.
The project is set to last for 14 months, and under the agreement, RSK will construct an independent airport terminal, which will include presidential lounge, press conference, protocol offices, security offices, parking lots for the exclusive use of passengers arriving and departing the presidential lounge, and routes linking the lounge to the aircraft apron. The Saudi Fund for Development, the financiers of the project, approved the award. The cost of the contract is $9 million and will be supervised by the Netherlands Airport Consultant, NACO. TFN News Review, Mati Senghor.
Very well. That will be that for the show today. Thank you for being there. I will be back next week. Until then, my name is Lamin Jai.